It's the first cut of the season. I always love the first cut of the year. The smell, the look, the feel, the grass underneath your feet. It's like a nice carpet. Let's go. Come on, Ollie. cutting the grass.
Phew.
I'm thirsty.
Phew. Whoa. Really? Yeah.
Wow, it's such a good feeling to get that first cut of the season in, and the grass, it looks so green and lush. Oh man, look at the garden and the way it looks. Just the way it feels underneath your feet. It's like a nice carpet of green. Really looks nice. A lot of people ask me and they say, well, Mighty Mike, how do you get your grass so green and thick and lush? You know, it's like Michael Caine. This is Michael Caine, you see. Movie acting, it's like a laser. Less is more. Stage acting, it's like a scalpel. So yeah, thank you, Michael Caine. Look at this. Don't do a whole lot with your grass. That's what I say. Because grass is hardy. It's going to come back. I treat it maybe once or twice. In the spring, the crabgrass preventer, and then maybe in the fall, some fertilizer to put it to bed. I've noticed a couple rabbit holes. There's one, and there's one on the other side too of the property. But yeah. It's looking really, really good. This Bailey red twig dogwood, this came up on its own. It was one of these guys. I guess a bird took the seed and pooped it out and grew over there, and I transplanted it to here since we lost a fruit tree there. So yeah, I'm very happy with the grass, the first cutting of the season. Got some daffodils ready to pop. That's why it's nice to plant the early stuff. They're already starting to fade a little bit and wilt, and then plant the mid-spring and then the late spring. Fun. One of the things that I think is very important in the garden is movement. See these two spinners? They add an area of interest. And if you look in the way back, there's actually 3. So you have a trio of spinners. And to me, that's exciting. And when you're sitting out in a garden or you're walking by it, it just adds an area of interest, of movement. And quite frankly, it just looks cool. Another idea to get movement in your garden is to get the cat's tail or any kind of field grass. And they do have them in colors as the fire grass that I like too. But when the wind blows, it's that swaying back and forth, just like our spinners here. There's flow in the garden. You dig?
Oh, yeah.
Another way to decorate your garden, if you want to hide a drain pipe, put some bulbs, some flowers around it, or a light, distract it to go a different way, or some shrubs, or some rock, some decorative stone. That also works. Ringo. Hey, Sonny. Hey, Ringo. They love sitting on the windowsill on a nice, mild spring day. A little bit on the cool side, but there's not too much of a breeze, and I just cut the grass, so I'm comfortable. All right, we're in the production room, and a couple of things that I picked this week that I wanted to show you. Today is Friday, by the way, and it's opening day for baseball. Yay! Yes! Can't wait to watch the Phillies. This is the Society of Farm Women of Pennsylvania. And this is a flag. A lot of those old flags had these spires on top. And it's just connected, I think, by a couple staples. Feels like it's vinyl. I know, it's kind of cool. Got it for $1 at the thrift store. I looked it up, and ironically, the Society of Farm Women of Pennsylvania is celebrating their 100th anniversary this year in 2022. And on their Facebook page, they're still around, which is kind of cool. They have a cookbook that they're selling. So, you know, it's really cool what you find when you go thrifting. I love these old flags. Just like the pennants. We showed you some pennants. I have some there in the corner. People used to hang those in the room. Same thing. You'd hang something like this or put it in a vase or, a display or hang it in your bedroom or something like that. And I don't know. I think it's kind of cool.
Wow.
I'm always on the lookout for something that catches my eye and you kind of do a double take, kind of stops you in your tracks. And this next piece was for $3. I started thinking of Dick Van Dyke. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo. An 8-inch PC8 round wire, but it's the original box. And I thought that was really cool. It actually has the original sales receipt. And it looks like it was purchased September 26th, 1985 at Mows. And then there's an original sticker on the box. Sold for $11.99. But it's kind of cool. Anytime you can find something in the original box, that also makes it special as well. In fact, I remember being down, it was in the basement part of one of our favorite thrift stores that supports animals, and I picked it up and I started singing that, and all the people around me started laughing, and they said, yeah, it reminds you of Mary Poppins, right? Dick Van Dyke. So we started talking about Dick Van Dyke, who's in his 90s, and he still dances, and that's why at like 95 years old, 96 years old, he still looks great. But yeah, look at this. It's an actual, 8-inch round wire brush. So it's pretty heavy. In fact, when I took it out, I just got myself here, but I don't think it's too bad. It's not bleeding. But yeah, I mean, it's not super old, but I think it's super cool.
Wow! Oh, wow. Wow. Wow.
Even has the paperwork for it. How many of you still use your chimney? I think of those shows that I like to watch in Maine or Alaska where they live off the grid, like Mountain Men and Marty Rainey, the Homestead Rescue Show. I bet you something like this would come in handy. Total spent on both pieces, $4. I'm Mighty Mike. Thanks a lot for joining us on this short episode of Pickin' Weeds Vintage. Don't forget to follow us. And by the way, a big thank you. We are well over 7,000 views on YouTube. And we're over 100, well over 100 followers now. It's great. Thank you to all of our customers on eBay. Thank you to our supporters on Facebook. So we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, we're on Flickr, we have an eBay store, we're on Twitter, and we're on TikTok. I'm Mighty Mike. Happy picking, everybody.